How to live in the end when you're in no contact with your specific person. Hey babes, welcome to your YouTube channel, because we finally have one. And I don't know what took me so long, but here we are. So I'm making this video as a response to your questions over the other app, because yesterday I released a couple videos talking about how to live in the end. And I was explaining there, and I even gave you an example of my own experience talking about the views on the other app. I'm not sure if I can pronounce the name, that's why I use the other app. Okay, anyways. So I chose that example very intentionally because I wanted to show all of you that when you live in the end, you're gonna start looking at your 3D circumstances in complete other way. You change your point of view. I saw this thing when I ask my clients or people in general, when they complain that nothing has changed, and I ask them if they were living in the end so far, they tell me, yeah, I've been doing sets, or I've been affirming all this time. Or so my answer, girl, you're not actually living in the end. You're doing some methods. You're living in a process of manifestation, not in the fulfilled desire. Do you see the difference here? So living in the end is basically, I decide I'm already that, and from that point on, I live as if. And again, I was explaining how that looks like for me in the example with the views. When I started out on the other app, I was stuck at 200 views. I decided I'm going viral, and all of a sudden, of course, my views went up quite a lot. And the difference was, when I decided that I'm going viral, my 3D circumstances were the same. I mean, same 200 views. Nothing changed actually in my 3D. What changed here was my perspective on my 3D circumstances. Instead of seeing those 200 views as, oh my God, only 200, instead of complaining about it, seeing it through a negative assumption, I started seeing any little view, every little interaction as, oh my God, another one. It's so different, and I really want you to understand this. When you're living in the end, my love, it's not enough only to make these processes or whatever you're doing, or even decide, but if afterwards you don't look at your 3D through different POV, you're not doing anything. You're in waiting mode. You get stuck again in the waiting mode. So after this little recap, because it was important, by the way, let me answer your questions, the questions that you asked me on the other app in the comment section. So most of you wanted to know how to apply this exact thing in a no contact situation with your specific person. Okay, my love, first off, no contact doesn't actually exist. It's not a thing. And let me tell you why. Okay, you may be in no contact in 3D, but you never actually stop talking to your SP. Where do you do this? Yeah, in your head, in your imagination. And you're gonna say, yeah, thank you saved my life. I did, girl. Just pay attention. So, my love, there's no such thing as no contact. You're always talking to your SP in your head. I don't know what kind of conversations do you have with your specific person. Maybe you're fighting them. Maybe you're arguing or nagging them. Or maybe not. But you're never in no contact. Starting from here. Second of all, I already answered this question in some of my posts on the other app, but I don't know if you did not see it or you were too lazy to read this, but I don't mind, girl. I can explain this all over again. The point with everything in 3D is to not make it mean that you're not getting what you want. Nothing, not even absence. In this case, the absence of communication. We don't look on the outside and decide based on what's happening outside now who we are. Because again, who you say you are, who you assume you are, whatever you're aware of happening is what ends up being pushed out as 3D reality until you change your mind. So, what do you do when there's no communication in 3D? How not to label this as no communication or you not getting what you want? Well, when there's absence of that which you want in 3D, where do you go, my love, to see the presence? In your imagination. This is the whole point. And girl, I understand you don't want to only talk to your SP in imagination. Of course, I get this. I understand it very well. But imagination is the birthplace of reality. See, we dismiss imagination as something like, I don't know, we give it so little importance when it's the birthplace of reality itself. So anytime you notice any absence, be it with an SP, be it in your business, I'm going to give you that example as well so you can understand even better. Every time you notice any absence, you want to shift your focus on presence. And where do you find this presence? In your imagination, my love. That's the only thing that keeps you in no contact right now, because you're focused on the no contact. And let me also address one very important thing. Again, I did it back in 2 videos before, but okay. Stop needing a logical explanation for everything, because I'm telling you, look what you're doing right now. And I saw one of you in my comments saying that they make out of absence mean that their SP right now is realizing how much they love them, and that's why it's taking so long. Girl, look at the problem with this. Every time you try to reason everything, the outcome is the same. You're still in no contact, but now you have a reason for it. But you're still where in consciousness? What are you aware of happening? You're still in no contact. And this is not a process. Manifestation is not a process, my love. It's not that he has to realize what he feels for you, then find the courage or the strength to contact you, and all of that. You can skip all these steps. Well, you can make things more difficult and lengthy for yourself, but let me tell you, there's no need for that. Manifestation is this. You hear it? That's manifestation. The moment you decide that something else is happening. That's your reality. That's how you're going to experience whatever is happening right now. And because you switch your perspective and now you experience the same thing but differently, in turn, you're going to start pushing out a different 3D outcome as well. That's why I said also in that video, I often remind myself that I don't have to understand and label all things. We have to become more comfortable with the unknown, my love. Because every time you try to justify whatever is happening, just realize this, your outcome is not changing. All of the contrary, it stays even more present because now you have a reason for that. Now you say, my SP is taking so long, that's why we are in no contact, because he needs time to realize what he feels for me. You're still in no contact? Yeah. And by the way, he or she has no saying, girl. Whatever you assume they're thinking, that's what they're thinking. Whatever you assume that's happening, that's what's happening. It's, girl, 3D, and this includes your SP, they don't have any creative power in your reality. There's a great book from Neville Goddard, The Pearl of Great Price. Please listen to it or read it. You can find it for free here on YouTube even, okay? And in that book, Neville explains that once you understand how reality is created, give up any other beliefs in external factors, like your SP now realizing what they're feeling for you, and that's the reason why you're in no contact. No, my love, the reason you're in no contact is because that's where is your focus on. That's your story. You're saying, I'm in no contact with my person. If you want any reason, that's the real reason. It's not because your SP has free will to decide when they're gonna show up, and I know how it sounds. But if you apply the law, you're gonna see it for yourself. So again, what do you do when you notice the absence? My love, in my business, okay, I'm a coach and I also offer one-on-one sessions. And maybe I don't have one-on-one sessions every day. So when I notice the absence, I don't make that mean I'm not getting my target. I have a number in my mind. This is babes, it's in the meaning you assign everything, okay? So just because I did not have a session, let's say today, that doesn't mean I'm not getting what I want. I just recognize and I remind myself that I cannot see the whole picture. And most of the times, girl, let me tell you this. After 3 days of absence, I had a huge sale. I had a huge, for example, a VIP client, or I had a lot of sessions afterwards. Why? Because I'm not paying attention to the absence and I'm not making that mean I'm not getting what I want. I don't allow whatever happens in the 3D to tell me who I am. And you have to stop doing that also. Because, girl, if there's absence out there and you allow that to tell you, yeah, but I don't have my SP, girl, you're gonna keep on not having your SP. Because it's in the meaning, it's in what you believe to be happening right now. What are you assuming to be happening? This is your place in consciousness. Do you see it? And your place in consciousness, aka your state of being, aka self-concept, is the same, okay? This is what creates your reality, not the outside world, not the circumstances. The outside world, the 3D, and this includes your thoughts and feelings, by the way. Everything that's not you, it's an expression of you. And expressions of you, aka creation, cannot give birth to more creation. Conditions cannot give birth to more conditions. And if you have this sense of progress, let's say, I don't know, you fight with somebody, then this person stops answering your calls, and then they block you, and so on. It's not because of the fight. The fight itself did not generate everything that comes afterwards. It's still you that you keep on dwelling on that fight, assuming whatever you are assuming right now, that generates everything that comes afterwards. It's not the fight itself. Do you see it? It's you getting stuck on the fight, thinking you ruined it, thinking I don't know. You get my drill, right? How do you stop this? Well, get yourself out of the state of mind you are in right now. Realize whatever you do doesn't matter. Because creation happens in consciousness first. Look around yourself. Everything that's present with you in your room right now first was imagination. First somebody had to think of it, right? Everything gets born first in imagination. How can it be all the way around? Like, what do you think? First it existed, the airplane, and somebody afterwards thought about it and projected it? No, this is the order. Everything first starts in consciousness, in imagination. This is the real meaning of as above, so below. Above where? In your head, in your imagination. Okay, so let's recap a little bit here. What to do when you are in no contact with your specific person. How to manifest. And I guess you want to manifest a little bit more than contact, right? Well, first off, switch your awareness, my love, from no contact to contact. How you do that? You go to the place that you have contact with your specific person. What's this place? Your imagination. You're free to do whatever you want in your imagination. This is how I manifested Gomez. For some of you that know this particular story about this SP, well, I did not have in my life in 3D anyone like this guy. How did I manifest him? Well, I was 3 weeks submerged in my imagination, experiencing that which I want to experience in 3D, feeling loved, adored. I saw a man without a face. Okay? I just gave that to myself, not to make anything happen. Again, I knew if I persisted, something like this would happen. Someone is gonna come along that's gonna meet all these requirements. But I did it for myself because I was craving for that experience. So I gave myself that experience in imagination. Do the same. Do the same. Who stops you? Talk to your person in your imagination. And also look at the conversations you're having with this person. Where are you stuck? On the last fight you had? Are you, I don't know, nagging them for what they did to you, or how things went between you two? What's the conversations? Because that's also important. Girl, go straight in your fulfilled desire. And yes, that those apologies are gonna come along as well. Trust me. It is implied. If you had a fight and that's why you're in no contact or whatever, if you need an apology, girl, it's implied. When you're with your person, imagine this, you and them 5 years from now, already married, already everything, you already got everything that you wanted. Do you care about that stupid apology? I don't think so. It happened already. It's in the past, right? So go straight in your fulfilled desire, exactly what you want to manifest. Have those inner conversations, have that inner experience of being with your SP. But do it for yourself to fulfill that need you have right now inside. Don't do it to fool the law, to get something from the outside. 3D should always be, girl, in the second plan for you. Meaning, never do things to get them in the 3D. Because what are you implying when you do it? You're implying you don't have it, that's why you try to get it. You focus on the experience that you feel that you need right now, that's missing. Do it for yourself. And by the way, manifesting a specific person is also about focusing on self, not on them. Because it's you, it's your life. They are just a character you created for yourself. And you gave them a role. Everything is about you. So do yourself a favor, my love, and stop staring at the no contact and allow yourself to have the experience that you're craving for internally. I can guarantee you can do that right now. Listen, let me give you an example here. Let's make an experiment. If I tell you that right now you're holding in your hand a lemon and you squeeze it and you feel the smell of the lemon, the citric smell, right? And then I also tell you that you break open that lemon and now all those juices fall down your hand and you take a bite from that lemon. At some point, if you do this, if you really do it, yeah, you're gonna salivate. It's gonna create a physical response, an imaginary lemon. You see how powerful your mind is, my love. Imagination creates reality. I know you know. So go there straight. Why are you staring at no contact? Girl, become so bored with life when you don't get what you want in 3D. I am bored when I don't have what I want. The outside looks so gray, girl, because in my head, things are so colorful at times that I even look interested to look on the outside. I can experience whatever I want in imagination, and so do you. I just demonstrated that to you. You salivated because of an imaginary lemon. Do you see what I mean? The last recap we're gonna do about this on this video. What to do? Again, let me hear you. So, first things, stop labeling anything as no contact, because you're not in no contact with your person. Such definition doesn't even exist, okay? You're always talking to your SP. Even when you're asleep, I think. In your dreams, you can also dream about your specific person. So I even dare to assume it's more than 18 hours a day that you think about this person. And you talk to them in your head. Switch your focus from absence to presence. Where can you do that? Well, in your imagination for now. But it's more than enough, because that's where your reality is being born from. And meanwhile, don't label anything as I'm not getting what I want. But also don't rely on logical explanations, because again, the moment you find reasons for something, that thing that's there keeps on being alive. You keep on, and now it even looks more real because you have a reason for it. I tell myself very often, I don't have to understand all things. I can relax and allow life to take me by surprise a little bit. I don't have to know everything. And last, it's about you, my love. Enjoy your life. Stop being so focused on a mirror. Your person is a reflection. You're focused on a reflection in the mirror. Start living your life. Take it for granted. Because everything that you entertain with your mind is gonna end up being pushed out into the reality. It is right now. Because the way you experience this absence, that's your reality. All of it, right? Let me tell you, even when you're with this person, you ain't gonna be 24 hours together. Well, I hope not, because that's not very healthy. But I mean, your person's gonna have to go to work, or he has to have a life, let's say, and you also. So see, it's still absence there when you're not together, even when you're together, but you're not labeling that absence as something bad as you do now. Your meanings matter a lot. Do you see now that it's not so much about what happens on the outside, but what you make it mean? And of course, my love, the last option, if you cannot do this by yourself, well, there's me, okay? I can help you one on one. I'm giving these sessions. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. And yeah, I have nothing else to say. I'm so glad that I could talk without interruptions on this app, without time limits. And welcome to my channel. Okay, bye bye. Talk to you soon.